She has 2 chances to win this hand. And look at that. You see the stats on the screens there? It's almost even money. But her first chance is if she gets Ian Fraser to fold for the $55,000 raise. And her second chance is she can hit an 8 or a heart.
Yeah, and Fraser's given her the opportunity to get her chips in first.
It's a very difficult call. If I could bet with somebody right now, say you, Jesse, I would bet he's going to fold.
I might not get a better chance here.
I would still say he's going to fold. You want to bet it, Jesse?
No, I'm with you. I can see the cards, and if I had his hand, I'd fold, even seeing her hand.
And he's been forced out.
Wow.
He didn't like it, did he?
I mean, you are incredible. Really. I'm like a little spur in you.
Looking at the leaderboard, ladies out in front again, Phil.
That's right. We've had 2 of these, and both times the early chip leader's been a woman. Last time Liz Liu, this time Vicky Corin, and there's only 2 women in this thing.
KJ on the button.
Pass.
Wow, kind of folded a king on the button. I'm surprised.
A little limp in from Ian. He has.
Don't be surprised if Juha just moves them all in for 46,000. No.
Raised 14 total. 10 more.
He's raised 10 more. It's a good raise. And he has Ian Fraser in bad shape because they both have an 8 in their hand.
Looks like Fraser's considering the big move he is, and he's done it.
And I think Juha's going to call him.
If Helpy does, he'll be in great shape, dominating.
He's a 2.5 to 1 favorite, Juha is. You know, I'd be surprised if he folds. But let's see.
Juha having a look.
You see, Juha's been slow playing some hands himself. He just called and then re-raised a few times, right? So he, so he's thinking, is that what just happened to me? Did Fraser just call with 10s and then re-raise, or did Fraser just call with ace-queen and then re-raise, hands that would have Juha in bad shape? Now, if Juha senses weakness, he's going to call, and if he doesn't, he's going to fold.
Call.
And he called, he sensed weakness, and I thought he'd call. I mean, let's give Juha credit. I mean, he's my favorite to win this thing.
Perhaps the difference between good and great, Juha Helpy makes the call, and he's right to boot. Fraser now in terrible shape here.
Fraser's a 2.5 to 1 underdog. He really needs a lot of help here. He basically needs a jack or a straight or a flush.
The only good news for the Razor, that there's got 5 more of these to play.
That is a great flop for Juha right now. Ian Fraser needs a jack. 1 to come. Ian needs a jack, or this is or he's gone.
Don't look pretty.
Chair goes back and river comes down. 3 kings with the ace, good enough.
It was a paint, but Juha Helpy played the hand perfectly. He raised 10,000, then he called the 32,000 more. When he had the best hand, give him credit. He's now up around 200,000, I guess.
And Fraser, first man out, no points, no money.
I have a hard time believing Roland too. He looks like a kid in a candy store that's walking out with a Hershey bar sticking out of his pocket, doesn't he? Huh? In a comic book? I mean, I know he's not, but I mean, just kind of, you know.
And Kenneth's just talking up a storm now, and
Hershey bar.
as long as he keeps talking and confusing people, it's good for him.
They call them chirping chips, don't they, Philly?
And here comes Vicky just calling with the 9s.
Wow.
I mean, I just don't. She's just playing way too conservatively now.
Might she lure someone in?
Well, Eddie Scharf was thinking about raising with 4 or 5. Of all the hands out there, the only one that has a real chance of beating her at this point is Kenneth's King Deuce. I mean, he has an overcard. Excuse me, Juha Helpy's King Deuce.
These players all be well aware, Phil, the last time Vicky limped in, she made something big. She put the move on Fraser, didn't she?
It's a terrible flop for her.
Where's the advantage?
But if she bets 4 or 5, if she bets anything, she wins the pot.
Scharf looking for a deuce to make the wheel, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's an open-ended straight draw for Scharf, right? He needs a 6 or a deuce.
Wow, Roland DeWolf's going to go for a naked bluff. He's saying that 24,000 is too valuable to leave behind.
Wow. Look at that. That is a nice play. Just judging by what Vicky's done so far, she's probably going to fold this, but if she can find her way to making this brilliant call here. she's going to be back in the hunt, and the boys are going to say, wow, what a call.
Pass. Full.
You think Wolf is going to bluff on the river? Is he going to follow through here?
Yes,
He's committed.
he's going to follow through.
Check.
He's checked it.
Wow, that was a bad play. Now Scharf, all he has to do is bet 10,000 or something, some small bet. Can Scharf really check 5 high? Just for a tiny little bet, he's going to win this pot. Oh, and he bet big.
19,000.
Good move. Scharf wins the pot. That was excellent. Rowan has no option. I mean, it's
They
over.
both got nothing.
Yep.
8 high would win.
Well, I mean, if DeWolf bets first, he wins it. All he had to do is bet 8,000 or something.
Pass.
I was thinking no heart, please, on the end, no heart. 7's bad too.
That was not Dream River card. I don't
DeWolf saying there, I guess, Phil, there were a lot of cards on the river he would have bluffed at, but not that one. You believe him?
Well, I think what
You
DeWolf
can
is
talk
trying
now
to
that
say
their
is,
hands
man,
are
I had
down.
jacks. I really hated the 7 of hearts.
that- they're
Yeah, but
like,
we're at home. We see his hand. He had an 8 and a 6, for
These
God's
chairs,
sake.
it's kind of like riding a horse.
Roland DeWolf, he exploded onto the poker scene in the last 18 months. WPT and DPT titles between them. Leaderboard for this stage of the game, Ian Fraser out while Juha Helpy way on top. Roland DeWolf, he's short, does not want to pick up that 1 point. He wants more. Pretty hard to believe it'll go like the last one, Phil. Too much pressure?
Chips are going to get moved now. That's just the way it's going to be. You know, I mean, each opening is 30 to 35,000.
Fully expect Roland
There's going to be some re-raises, so
Probably almost have
DeWolf was probably down to this one or the next one, so he thought.
yeah. So he's moved on with 10-8, 31,000. What could he do? Oh,
Auto call. 25,
Kenna hasn't looked at his
I
cards
don't think
yet.
he's looked yet.
Yeah,
No,
he
he
wouldn't
wouldn't do
slow
this.
roll.
35.
No.
Get him.
Kenna's saying I'd call with any 2 cards, but he'll find the aces there. You can't really blame Roland for moving here, can you?
Well, he could have waited one more hand, or sometimes I like to wait for the big blind because sometimes a good situation comes up there. Ken hasn't looked at his hand yet. When he looks down and sees 2 aces, he'll say, I call.
I'm sorry, I wasted the time call. Sorry.
Yeah, it wasn't slow roll at all. That was.
It was totally unintentional. He even apologized because it could have been interpreted.
I never looked at it, obviously.
Good call.
Ken's feeling a little silly right
There's some
now.
English humor. Good call.
But the situation here, Phil, DeWolf in very serious shape by about the factor of 4 to 1.
Phil Hellmuth was talking now. No.
Surprised he's in such good shape.
Yep, 81%. So, I mean, 4 to 1 favorite here, basically.
Oh,
Wow!
That's what I get for not looking at my hand.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I do.
You don't think aces can get cracked? Think again.
Wow, that was
Give him an 8
unbelievable.
first. Give him an 8,
Look at
so
that percentage
he really
switch.
feels confident.
This hand's been a bit funny, hasn't it? 2 aces in the deck for KJ.
Bing! Corner pocket.
Now that's a bad beat there.
Oh,
Oh!
my goodness.
Are
Now
you
that's scary.
serious? There's an ace on the river. So Roland got all of his hopes up. He'd have 70-some thousand in chips, and boom, there's the ace on the end. Roland said, hey, listen, just turn the deuce 3-4 and end it. Don't show me 3 10s and then pull an ace out on the river, for God's sake.
He's smiling, Phil. He's laughing. This guy is one cool customer. This
He really
DeWolf.
is. He really is a cool customer.
You better believe he's going to be back, but out with 1 point here tonight.
Significant pot.
Look at that.
It was a
hand
significant
again.
pot, Kenna.
It was, would have been over 70,000, and DeWolf, who thought he was dead, all of a sudden flopped 3 10s, but the ace on the river, the full boat ace is full.
Yeah, what a hand, huh?
So 2 of the favorites gone, but these things
No,
happen.
no, no.
And this is where the points get meaty.
Not you, unless you're
Huge
gonna toast
opportunity
yourself.
for one of these 4 to make an impact. Vicky Corin on 88,000. And Kenna with a hand to
25.
turn the screws a little.
All in. I'm all in.
Re-raise all in.
Re-raise all in from Vicky Corin. She's making her move. And what good timing she's found.
Great
much more?
timing. She finally moved all in, but you know what? This is one of those
Wow.
situations.